Good morning, everyone. Told you I'd be back today. Another stream. Don't know how long we're gonna go for. We're gonna try and get as much done as possible. So a lot of side quest content, and main quest content, all that kind of stuff. We're gonna try and get as much done as possible. We're gonna explore a lot of the new area. But yeah, let's start off real hot and dive right into this as soon as possible. A lot of people, there's a lot of naysayers about Avowed. I'm enjoying the fuck out of it. I'm loving everything about this game. So I am going to change some things up. I am going to put that there, switch over this, put that there, and have the spellcaster made. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. No, hastily scrolled and radius with love. Sorry guys. Didn't have a very good sleep.
What's the meaning of this?
Look at these crops. Look at your city. The Dream Scourge is laying waste to our home.
There is no dream scourge in Emerald Stair.
The land begs to differ, and I can prove it.
We can discuss this in private.
We are discussing it now. How can you ignore what's right in front of you? The Dream Scourge is here, in the soil, and it's killing us. Oh my goodness. Are you a godlike? In that case, you're right on time.
Maybe you can talk some sense into our governor. Put the fear of the gods in him.
Seems more likely you'll have to punch some sense into him.
Excuse me, but unless you have official business, I'll thank you not to involve yourself in our private discussion.
You're right in the middle of town.
We have Giata to thank for that.
As you can see, I was just proving a point to our esteemed governor.
A cart full of spoiled vegetables. You call that a point?
Ha! Emerald Stair used to be a lush garden for miles around, and now I don't even recognize it. First came the invasive species, roots and mycelium growing overnight, as though nature itself had gone mad. The Dream Scourge has twisted our lands, our wildlife, and now our farms.
That's why I'm here.
Then there's no time to waste arguing with bureaucrats.
We definitely agree on that.
I believe that we can restore the land, bring back its soul and its sanity, cut off the Dream Scourge at the roots. Our governor would rather ignore the problem. He doesn't trust animancy as his father did.
But you do. What would it take for you to fix this?
As usual, Giata never misses a chance to slander me. Don't ignore her concerns, only her methods.
And you still do nothing. Before we can deal with the Dream Scourge, we first need to understand it. Unfortunately, new experiments have to go through him.
Once again, bureaucracy stands in the way of getting things done.
I'm just trying to stop Giata from hurting herself. Animancy is dangerous when you're shooting in the dark.
She's the one taking all the risks here.
You must be unfamiliar with animancy. There's always collateral damage. Are you going to tell him about your family's basement? Or should I?
How dare you use that against me?
I know it was an accident, but look what it cost you. We can't let it happen again.
While we argue among ourselves, the Dream Scourge is tearing the living lands apart. Tearing our people apart.
If we work together, I won't stand between you and your ambitions.
Really? Unexpected from an Adiran. But how could I refuse an offer like that? Well, Governor, looks like I'm taking some time away from my duties. I'll trouble you no more.
Your request is denied, Jatta.
I wasn't asking.
Your responsibilities are to the settlement. Turning away from them sets a precedent that I cannot allow.
Everything I have proposed has been for Fior, and you still refuse to cooperate. Under the circumstances, I don't have much of a choice.
Then neither do I. Giatta Castel, from this day forth, you are banished from Fior Messiverno.
Banished?
What?
Ignacy, we can't lose our brightest animancer in the middle of a crisis.
Their pupil has gone too far, Quilici. Take her and leave. You're still a guest in my town, but to us, Giatta is an outcast.
You're making a mistake.
Perhaps. But I can't just let her continue to poison the minds of my animancers.
They aren't your animancers. Your father understood that.
Don't bother, old man. He isn't his father. I've done all I can for Fior Messiverno. But you haven't even tried. Now limp back to your giant house like a good dog. We should talk somewhere private. Meet me at my house due west by the workshop.
Maybe we'll need to let Kai hunt more after all.
Come on. My invention is guaranteed to enlarge your essence.
I had one job, but I couldn't even do that. Look out for her, Fidelio. How hard could that have been?
Can I help you?
If I could help myself, do you think I'd be in here? I don't mean that. I have a lot on my plate.
With the rest of the squad, shouldn't you be on patrol? Burn shares are burn lifted.
Well, I suppose the worst I can do at this point is waste your time. I'm Fidelio, Lieutenant Fidelio Sarat. I lead one of our ranger outfits. At least, for now, that is.
That sounds ominous.
We were helping with the recovery effort until we hit a snag.
We saved old Felipe from one of those pits. Though, that might do you more harm than good.
As if that weren't bad enough, I'm losing track of these searchers, too. My two youngest rangers were supposed to report back from their rounds. I assumed they'd turn up. But it's been 3 days now. They're still not here.
I'm at your service.
Brasilia. Their names are Belena and Adalaro. I doubt they'll be apart. They were good rangers once, but since they've caught each other's eye, all they do is sneak off to...
Get to know each other. Dip the pen on the inkwell. Have relations. Screw each other. Dip the pen on the inkwell.
I wouldn't have put it that way, but all right.
Well, there's worse places to make the four-legged beast. I promise you that.
New recruits running off with each other? Oh man, this brings me back.
Anyway, I I never thought I had any cause for concern. They always felt their way back eventually, but they haven't this time. They're out there, all alone, and they could be in danger, and I...
You don't explain yourself, I'd be worried about my charges too.
The last time I saw them, I sent them to patrol the northern riverbed. If you go that way, please, keep an eye out for them. I'm losing my mind in here.
Two young Nimdutin wandering out by a river. Consider them found.
Maybe we don't look too soon. Give them a while. You know what I mean?
Pour you a drink, like. Well, apologies for... I might be more amused if it didn't happen so often. But that's... except Giata and Quilici, that is. They are the only animators taking the Dream Scourge seriously. Try telling that to Vidaro and the Animancers. But the rest of us, we've all heard the rumors from outside. Animals gone mad.
It's very true, I've seen the stream scored myself.
Birds, bells, of course. If Emerald Stair runs out of food, we are in dire straits anyway. We've had crops fail before, but never food rations. The governor says it's just a temporary precaution, but I am not buying it. So, we ought to drink while we can. Agreed? Anything I can get you? Welcome back. Ongoing crops rule all.
That did not go as I had planned.
What did you think would happen when you confronted him so?
Well, my first idea was to mess up his house. Maybe break a window or two.
Perhaps I should thank you for showing your strength.
I'm sorry you had to see that. What an asshole.
Giata, some manners, if you please.
Why start now?
We're on the verge of extinction, but our governor is too busy protecting his fragile ego.
He's focusing on the wrong problems, that's for certain.
What does he know? He isn't even an animancer.
You did challenge his authority.
I know, but... curses. Without Fiorme Siverno, I'm hardly even an animancer. My tools, the workshop, all gone.
You stuck to your principles, that's what matters.
I wish I could take credit for Giata's stubbornness, but she learned that on her own.
Thanks, old man. At least now I'm free to study whatever I want. On my terms. The Dream Scourge has been a thorn in my side for too long.
How so? You talk like you have a vendetta against it.
In a way, I do. I have plans for this island, and they don't involve the Dream Scourge. But that's a story for another day.
Your parents would be proud to see such tenacity.
Anyway, listen to us babble. Let's talk about you. I never expected to see an Nadiran envoy here. Got a lot of guts showing your face in a town full of animancers.
Well, I'm looking forward to working with you. Not everyone out here hates animancy.
We will set aside our differences for the greater good, won't we, Giata?
Our first order of business is the Dream Scourge, but I'm also curious about you. There aren't many godlike left these days.
Think there might be a connection? MPS people keep reminding me.
Sorry. I only bring it up because Animancy might offer us some insight into your nature. Keep an open mind. While I pack up my belongings, you can help me by...
Helping you pack. Did I finish?
I don't even know. I just realized this is the end.
God's sakes, Quilly, say something to encourage a pupil.
You may not see it from this vantage, my dear, but you have outgrown these walls. I always knew this day would come, just as I knew how much it would pain you. Please, just leave. That's all I ask.
Quilici, I will make you proud. I promise.
Once again, you missed the point. You have made me proud, Giada.
Thank you. I'm ready. Well, not ready. We have a few loose ends to tie up first. When it comes to the Dream Scourge, we haven't been allowed to acknowledge the problem, much less act on a solution. Today, that changes. I need help from the Animancers around town, but as you can see, I'm an outcast.
Maybe I'll have a bit of luck.
I hope so, because we're running out of options. Manto Pastor is in the workshop due west. He's got an invention that can help us. Elia Rossell is an authority on the undead. Her methods are controversial, but useful. She lives in a cottage southeast of town. And then there's Yvette and Remy, our philosophers. You'll find them at the docks, southeast of Fjord. Each of them owes me a favor. Drop my name and they'll tell you what they know about the Dream Scourge.
Sounds like having my work cut out for me.
We're about to make history. But first, research.
Guessing she's not much of a hunter. Might want to get extra rations next time we go shopping.
Godlike, Imperial envoy, research assistant. Who knew?
Careful! We'll get thrown out of the pub. We're already broke. Really? Huh. And when did that happen? Can't say as I remember. You, my friend. Need some water. Ado, welcome. Eat.
Ado. Well, I was not expecting such an esteemed guest in my humble workshop. Are you in need of any weapons or... is that... Gillard? This is Starmer. Very rare stuff. Where did you get this? Nay, don't tell me. I'd be tempted to go looking for some more, and that would certainly not end well.
Can't do anything with it.
Ah, no. Unfortunately, I don't know how to work the metal into anything useful. Only enchanted. I did receive a shipment from Sola's Keep recently, however. A mace, crafted out of star metal, brought to me by a trader from Galloway's Tusks. I suggest you make your way there if you're looking for someone to work that beautiful metal into a proper weapon.
Galloway's tusks? Come on, it can't be that complicated. I bet you 5 skates a Smith and Thirdborn would know what to do with this stuff.
I'll take that bet.
And I'll take your money, eventually.
Is there anything else I can...
Yeah, let's see what you got. Shit. Giata's basement key.
You ever think, what if I wasn't
Let's see what we got to look at here. Zorp camp is this way.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was fun.
Note: the quiet slavers judged these lands and found them barren. We will not farm without witches, no life. The harvest will fail without or without us. When death finds you, remember that you did not hit our own game.
Not bad, Marius.
Ooh, there's a road up here. And it takes you back here. Okay, I thought it was taking me to somewhere else where, you know, maybe I needed to go and find a secret. Like an idol, maybe.
You know, I've heard dueling is popular in the Valian republics. You wouldn't think a public argument could feel as brutal, but I'll be damned if Giada didn't draw blood.
Giada had to make a point. Daro was being unreasonable.
No doubt. That's why I admire the resolve. Living Landers can be contrarian and combative. That's what sends a lot of us here in the first place. But it's still hard to swim against the tide with your own people. Especially when it means getting them to face a hard truth.
It's easy to take orders and fall in line, but sometimes you need a united front.
You can't mount an attack if you're questioning every detail of the battle plan. But what if you see you're charging into a trap? That's what I admire about Giada. She knows who she is and what she believes. She's got more clarity and conviction than I had at her age.
She has more clarity than you have now.
Hey, I am a willing victim of my own delusions.
I get it, losing home is hard, especially when home doesn't love you back.
Sometimes that just makes it easier.
Hey, don't worry. We're talking about Giada's situation.
Right. Like, what did you think I was talking about?
Solace.
Anyway, this can't be an easy time for Giada, but I'm glad to have her on our side. What's on your mind? And troubling. What was it she said? The Steel Garrote will ensure the safety of Adiran interests?
Do more than harm than good to your dear and interests.
They aren't going to make you any friends, that's for sure. Stay sharp. A storm's brewing. And better if we can find it before it finds us. It's been years. It was always green and overgrown, but I don't remember it being quite this...
Threatening?
Exactly. Something about Emerald Stair has always been unsettling. Everything in the Living Lands grows wild, but it's different here. Those giant roots, whatever they are, I don't remember them being quite as big or close to the settlement.
As if this land is pushing back like it doesn't want us here.
Well, there's a thought to keep me up at night.
Oh, the Living Lands definitely hates us. That's why people like me even get work.
I don't like reading that much into things. Maybe that's why I'm still a bachelor.
Is that what it is? That wasn't even on my list.
Either way, when I wake up with night terrors, I'm waking you both up with me.
I feel to say a lot about second chances.
I'm well past seconds myself, if we're counting. Even decent people make mistakes, and the rest of us can grow with a little time and grace.
And what mistakes are you used to running from?
If I had to list them all, we'd be talking all night. Anyway, if this place can't give us misfits and screw-ups a second chance, what hope do we have?
When did you come to Paradise?
That must have been 6 years ago now. I guess I was drifting, looking for a change.
Well, where were you before?
A settlement called Thirdborn. It's a rugged little place, lots of Rowatayan expatriates. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, we were talking about something else, yeah?
You're originally from Maratai?
What gave it away? My finely pointed teeth? Or the striking blue of my scales? Fair enough. My people are known to roam. Almost as much as Marius's more far-flung brethren outside the Living Lands.
Right. Sounds like Pargrun and elsewhere know better than to stay cooped up in a keep somewhere.
Rowatai's hardly a hospitable environment. Many of us end up settling elsewhere, or making a living on the go. That's where you get the popular image of the Amawa bodyguard, a mercenary.
Weren't you a mercenary?
That certainly doesn't hurt. Nor does the fact that many of us are excellent singers. If you ever find yourself in Tekoa, visit the Lore College to hear the chanters. In Deadfire, the Wana Water Shapers can sing the waves into incredible sculptures and devastating salvos. Then you must have come during our sunny season. Lashed by storms, battered by waves. We call it the rough country. And old trenchers say it's made us who we are.
Diversity builds strength and character.
You'd fit right in with the Ranganui's inner circle. It's true that the same things that make Rawatai a difficult place to live have shaped our people and our kingdom. Our coral masons have built living harbors and fortifications along the coast to protect our ships and shelter our cities. For all our shortage of fertile soil, Rowatai's land is abundant in saltpeter, copper, iron, most of the other materials you need to outfit your military with weapons and cannons. We value struggling and striving together. It helped us survive and build one of the most powerful navies in Aora. It's been hard-won across a variety of conquests. Some of the traditionalists worry that prosperity is making us as complacent and soft-handed as our rivals. Same as traditionalists everywhere. Me, I prefer the simplicity of the living lands. Kill the thing that's trying to kill you, and hope it has some edible meat on it. He was my commander and thirdborn, but he was more than that, too. A mentor, friend. Tama helped me out when I first came to the Living Lands over a decade ago. I was still figuring myself out.
Was. This is you, having figured yourself out.
Hey, now I know I can't stomach rusk snout milk. As for what we'll find, I don't know any more than you.
Must have a guess.
I'm hoping for a good baking mold, but who knows? All I know is he said it was his most prized possession. And seeing as he was on his deathbed at the time, I wasn't of a mind to ask.
There we go, Tom.
Where to start? The man couldn't carry a tune, but it didn't stop him from trying. He'd have the whole tavern singing shanties with him nearly every night of the week. He had a vexing habit of saying the thing you most needed to hear when you were least ready to hear it. He'd give you the shirt off his back and the meat off his plate. But the selfish bastard left the rest of us a world without him in it. Hey, you're not the one who did the leaving. That's why I've got to put this to rest. Check your bedroll for fangworms.
Envoy? Well, that was interesting, right? The woman arguing about the crops failing? Standing up for what you believe against authority. I can respect that. Of course, my method would have been run away under the cover of night, never to return, but yeah, this works for her.
She's right, they're trying to ignore the obvious threat.
I don't know. In my experience, it's always the snake you don't see that bites you. Anyway, there's clearly more going on here than a bunch of animancers sitting in dusty labs doing whatever they do all day. Beyond that, nah, I can't help you. Call me when you're back to facing real danger. Right, changing the subject. Until next time.
The Adra stirs, a crackle
God.
and a withered face.
Even I'm starting to get sick and tired of this voice. Back for more. Are we gonna make these dreams a habit?
We had not considered this.
Still getting used to someone else in my head, I suppose.
We forget this. We wiltly gnaw with hunger now. What has come of this place?
It's dark. Someone needs to help them.
A hand of generosity, or a gauntlet of steel. We feel them. They bend and hone the essence of the earth. They draw from our veins like a well. What are these rituals?
It's called animancy.
A new tongue. An unfamiliar name. A harvest grows. The dead rise. What do they hope to achieve?
They want to heal souls.
Set what has been broken. Soothe the pain. They build walls in their hearts. Why do they not share what they make?
Animancy is illegal in area. Animancy is misunderstood.
Punished. Cast out. We understand. We peer through the murky water in vain. What is the truth?
Anything that can improve people's lives is worth the risk. No knowledge is good or evil. What matters is how we use it.
The bitter tincture heals. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. We have learned much. Dream of soaring wings in your repose.
We'll cut through here. More Zorps.
This one's mine. Here we go. We got 'em all. showed up. I was worried you weren't coming. The name's Keeledge. Pleasure to meet you.
Can't be late for something I haven't been invited to.
Hilgard sent me to Emerald Stair to keep an eye on this place. I had orders to make contact as soon as you arrived. I won't talk long. He only wants me to let you know I'm here. If you need to get word to the ambassador, I'm your man.
Messenger or reply? What's your mission?
Depends on the day. Hilgard told me to blend in, observe, and contact you. Now, I think I'm just supposed to wait and report back in a few days. I'm worried about drawing attention from Ludwine's crew in the meantime. I think they're up to something.
Aren't they always?
I suppose, but this seems worse than normal. I think the scale of their operation is dangerous.
If you're in danger from the skills, the group, you should leave.
I don't think my superior will be pleased if I just run off. I might not phrase it that way, but I'll tell him you ordered me. Many thanks, Envoy.
Watch yourself. Is that all you got? Good fight.
I mean, it's ranges.
Looks what's left. Well done.
Gone. Adelaro's gone. He's a dream. We're all dreams. Hello. Are you a fish too? Oh, the sardines shimmer. We swim in silver circles.
Something's not right with her. The dream scourge. Is this how it starts? She's probably the ranger Fidelio told us to look out for. Poor kid.
We're Belena? Maybe you're Belena. Where's Adelaro? We need him.
Your tenant said you'd be together.
Adelaro knows where Adelaro is. Adelaro's face burst into violet when the dreams came. Red violets.
Yep, that's Dream
He turns the
Scourge.
others.
She's talking about another dream thrall. We better find him before he finds us.
She watched that happen to him. God.
Lamb taken from the flock. How do we soothe her?
Your friends speak true. They know us. Help us.
I've analyzed, but you have to promise not to go anywhere.
When you find them, they will scream. They will sing with you. Soon the rest of Fior will be swallowed by dreams too. But tell us of Adelaro first. Where is he?
Take care of her.
If nothing else, you'll spare her from having to see it.
Find him. Give the lieutenant our badges. He swims in the bone and boar. He calls himself Fidelio. He will understand our song. But Adelaro stumbles at the mouth of the river above us. Please, help us sleep soundly.
We got a lot to explore, a lot of ground to cover. First, let's just follow the river. Riverside Cave. That was close. Alright guys, be back soon, just need to use the toilet. Run away from me, Belana. The eel would never understand us. They build us walls around the forest. Tell us what we can dream. We'll find a tree together. We'll eat the flowers. We'll drink the rain. We'll run. The world belongs to us. Swords and daggers. +5 carry capacity, dual stance, +1 dexterity. That one's still pretty good. Because the 15 plus.
We're nearing the Zara camp. The farmer said these Zarps weren't acting hostile, but
I'd always heard they're more scared of us than we are of them.
These don't seem hostile.
You know, it's almost comforting to smell Zarabs.
I'm closer now. I know you're there. Don't worry. My friends here will
appreciate your restraint. Most people would have a hard time walking among a camp full of Zorps.
Are you controlling these Zorops? Mean me, huh?
Then it may be that we have a few things to discuss. Oh, surely your experience in battle has taught you the benefits of having unconventional allies. These Zorps and I have formed a symbiosis, like the poor frog and the abyss viper.
Gods help me. This guy is making sense.
I provide them with safety, prey, and peace, and they help me further some of my more controversial goals.
These Zorops on your allies, say your weapon.
Ah, you've heard of my work. You may have noticed a couple of things about Emerald Stair. The people are pushing against nature, and nature is pushing back. The Animancers with their soul machines are poisoning the land, driving it to find new ways to protect itself. As a result, the plants are rising up, and the land has afflicted us with the Dream Scourge. It is doing what it can to survive.
So you're forcing Zorops to break the farmers' machines to save the land?
Yes, that's exactly it. We destroy the Animancer's equipment, remove the threat, and the land can struggle and grow as has always been intended. Meanwhile, I protect my Zarok friends and keep them from carrying out the bloodier raids they might have done without my direction.
I need to speak with my companions.
I hate to say it, but if there's a chance that animancy is causing the Dream Scourge, this Nimdude might be in the right.
I may not love animancy, but I don't trust this guy at all. You don't settle an honest dispute by sneaking and sabotaging.
Good. I hoped you would reach that conclusion on your own. Now, if only the Rangers would call off their patrols, my friends would be free to carry out their work in peace. If you would, kindly ask the farmers to tell the Rangers there is no further Zarek threat. Once you do that, return to me, and I will see you rewarded for your efforts.
I hate that his plan makes sense to me. Doubt smashing a few machines will bring an end to the Dream Scourge, though. That's all of them. Think about this when we're all eating leaf stew tonight.
Oh, hey there. Something on your mind?
Okay, meaning Balana seemed to shake you up.
It just took me back. Something about her reminded me of old times. War stories.
Actually changed, I mean, she wasn't herself anymore.
I've seen shades of that before. The meek trooper who develops a taste for killing. Now, the part that stuck with me was what she said about watching her partner turn. Seeing someone you know, someone close to you, beyond help like that.
You want to talk about this?
I just want to know. You were careful when you told her about Adelaro. Why?
It seemed kind of that way.
It probably was. Some part of her seemed to know. And even in the state she was in, she handled it. Better than most. Sorry. I need a moment to clear my head.
You should keep an eye on that scrape on your arm. You don't want it to get infected.
It barely even counts as a scrape.
That's the worst kind of flesh wounds. Lots of open skin contact. Snapflies like the peeled skin. Fog mites love the blood.
I'm sure it's nothing to worry about.
I have some tanglewort in my pack. That should clear it right up.
Okay, if you insist.
You can thank me later. That's what I'm here for.
probably go tell that merchant that. We've almost explored this whole entire map. It's a big map. It's a really big map.
What do you mean that's all you've got? Last week you said there'd be grain.
No
You
cutting
know
in
what
line.
I said.
I wasn't
We
here
only
first.
have so much to go. Listen, if you need food, you're going to have to get in line like everyone else.
You should know Elder Rosanna stole food from your lighters.
I had noticed food missing, but I hoped it was rats. I would normally let this sort of thing slide, but right now, every piece of food missing is a person who goes hungry. I empathize with Rosanna. I really do. My family shares those beliefs, and has for as long as I can remember. In this situation, though, I truly believe the living need the food more than the dead. Thank you. A shame this is not all that was stolen, but I'll take what I can get. I know she took this for a reason, but let's feed the living first before worrying about the dead. I don't hold this against her. Rosanna truly has Fior's best interests at heart, even if her priorities are out of order. Thank you for returning the food. It's a small thing, but it's a big deal to us.
The people needed this food more than the dead do. You made the right choice.
I'm gonna load that save up and redo and deliver the whole food. We'll get to that campsite first and read that whole entire conversation again. The campsite's not far from here anyway, so that's a good thing. So right here, quick conversation with Kai, and we're off. Oh, we got the waypoint, so we'll...
What do you mean that's all you've got? Last week you said there'd be grain.
Listen, if you need food, you're going to have to get in line like everyone else. I had noticed food missing, but I hoped it was rats. I would normally let this sort of thing slide, but right now, every piece of food missing is a person who goes hungry.
I got stolen food back from Rosanna.
I empathize with Rosanna. In this situation, though, I truly... Thank you. I know she took this for a reason, but let's feed the living first before worrying about the dead. I don't hold this against her. Rosanna truly has Fior's best interests at heart, even if her priorities are out of order. Thank you for returning the food. It's a small thing, but it's a big deal to us.
The people needed this food more than the dead do. You made the right choice.
going to speak to Casagrada. He's this way.
You're that envoy, aren't you? It's the face. Gives you away. What can the Fjord Ranger's rising star do for you, Your Eminence?
What do you know?
I don't know anything. This is all just a misunderstanding. Wait. You think I'm the killer, don't you?
No.
Listen to me. I didn't do anything wrong. Verano going missing isn't my fault.
Tell me, what happened to Verano?
Verano is a veteran, and they say he's the best in the squad. To be fair, they haven't seen my blade in combat yet. We were scouting out the abandoned homestead near Nakotedek when the bandits attacked us. I drew two of them away from the fight, and Verano and I got separated. When I doubled back around to check on him, I didn't see anyone. I assumed the fighting was over.
Why do I get the impression you're not telling me everything?
I've told you everything I know. No one else seems to believe me, so believe whatever you want.
I can find the bandit camp you were sent to scout.
Look for a bridge southwest from Fjord, near Nakotedek. Go west across the bridge and you'll come across the camp. There could still be bandits around there. Be careful.
Hopefully it's not too late for his partner. For both their sakes.
Which way is he? He's up this way.
Ah, there they are.
Hello again, friend. Have you looked in on those Zarups?
Throw up to my
Are
30.
you mad? Now you're siding with the Zaribs too? Oh, is that all? You meet some hermit in the woods and suddenly it's let the farmers starve?
That explains why the Zarups were acting the way they were. I just hope this hermit can control his tools. Best you move along. Now. Before my friend and I start feeling desperate.
Oh, you can try.
I think you did the right thing. Even if it doesn't quite feel like it right now.
They can try. Can't say it would end well for them, but they can try. nothing up there.
Look, Marius, if you ever want to talk about anything, you know I'm here, right?
Right. Appreciate that, but I'm all right.
If you ever... Oh, hey there. Something on your mind? It just took me back. Something about her reminded me.
I think she changed. I mean, she wasn't herself anymore.
And I've seen shades of that. Now, the part that stuck with me, seeing someone you...
Do you want to talk about this?
I just want to know.
It seemed kind of that way.
It probably was. So, and even in the stitch. Sorry. Anyway, if you ever change your mind, the offer stands.
Should go see if she's there and tell her. Probably not the best idea, but you know, some form of comfort. Is she here anymore? She's gone. Go see what's up there. Nothing down here.
Show me what you got.
Welcome back. Have you called off the Rangers?
Yes, I have.
Wonderful. Take these as a token of my esteem. Once this land is free from the Dream Scourge, nature itself will reward you. Be well, strange one. And understand.
Ah, yes, stomping through mud. This is more like it.
Nice job, everyone.
You know, swamps are always more colorful than I imagined.
Jesus fucking Christ. Where the fuck am I?
Gone in minutes. No wonder they're having trouble farming these days.
Maybe we don't go inside the ancient creepy tower. Just a thought?
Why is this place so big? Like, holy fucking shit, it's big. Like, real big.
That it?
I thought Helia was all about art, birds, and pretty things. something unnatural here.
Several days ago, I am certain there is a trader among us, though I seem to be alone in this. I suspect 3 of my fellow rangers, but I don't. I have found tracks matching our standard boots leading away from the outpost. I cannot risk asking Captain Arciano for clearance to follow these trails. The time spent returning to headquarters will allow me to query my quarry to escape. I hope she will forgive my insubordination. 2 more days later, track leads to an area in Lake Lucana. I dare not follow any closer now. Any of my suspects would be capable of detecting me if I continue past this point. I've lost the trader's trail. I suspect they discovered I was tracking them. I will search for the trail a little longer. I've confided in Ranger Dorso my fears, and she agrees that it's likely we're being undermined from outside. I suspect that the Seal Garrote, whose mass leader has been spotted in the valley, Dorso has invited me to hunt with her tomorrow, and she's agreed to keep our outing secret as so not to let Garrote's contact. Ranger Dorso. That's just Dorso right there. But if we hear the name Dorso again, then we definitely know it is Dorso. Dead Animancer.
The ranger back there was killed by a knife in the back. Looks like there's more going on here than we thought.
This whole thing rubs me wrong. Captain Osierno ought to know.
Still got a whole lot of this to explore. Woof. Still got this whole area map to explore, and it's still like. Still got 5 pieces of totem to find. Alright guys, that is where I'm going to end it off for today. I want to thank you all for anyone who is joining in. Be sure to check these VODs up on my YouTube channel. But if you are new here and you're checking out this VOD on my Twitch channel, be sure to leave a follow. I greatly appreciate every single follow that comes my way. It helps a lot. If you are ever in the video, if you ever tune in while I'm live, be sure to make yourself known in the chat, and I really greatly appreciate having a chat with someone who has just come along and found my stream. It really boosts my confidence. So, yeah. I want to thank you all for joining in. Be sure to leave a follow and like, comment, share, subscribe on my YouTube channel. But until next time, guys, I'm Cartander, and I'll catch you later.